RingGangRadio.com. Take over. Last mission. Final boss mode.
Yeah, what's good, Joe? Welcome to another episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. I'm your host for tonight, Pat Scorpion, the New England representative, and as always, I got my man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what it do? It's Shuttleworth the God, aka the GOAT artist, LB Lauderdale Boss, Soul Wars creator, RingGangRadio.com, in the building.
Yes, sir. Ring Gang in the house forever and always. And as always, I got my other man with me. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Hey yo, what's good? You already know who this is. You're going to King P, Bodega Box in the building. Ring Gang Radio, what up? Let's go.
Hey, Bodega P, straight from the sewer. You know, as always, man, he's fighting Foot Clan and ninjas, all types of shit. You know, and keeping our city safe for everyone. And as always, we salute you for your service.
And keeping this cheese pizza away from some niggas. You know, I gotta keep my pizza.
There you go. That cheese pizza, especially. You know, I'm not gonna name any toppings because we get into that toppings game. Then that's its own conversation. And there's gonna be plenty of that's gonna be addressed later on in future media episodes. You know what I'm saying? So, so yeah, we got a show of recaps today because it was a fairly eventful weekend of boxing. There was a lot of it, thank goodness. Starting off though, with the unified heavyweight champion of the world, Anthony Joshua, making his first title defense since winning back the belts from Andy Ruiz against his IBF mandatory, Kubrat Pulev. Now, this is a fight that no one really wanted to see or happen, but unfortunately, the IBF is, kind of hardline. Like, listen, you either fight this guy or that belt goes away. And unfortunately, Pulev, and we were talking about his issues over a couple years and how he still maintained his fucking mandatory. So we had to watch a 39-year-old Pulev try to become heavyweight champion of the world. But before we get into that one, we definitely got to mention the fight before it. Lawrence Okolie, facing that German or whatever guy. I'm sorry, but that guy didn't belong in the ring and the referee isn't shit because Okolie hit him with a right hand to his temple and dude had a literal glitch. Dude had a seizure and didn't go down. And I'm sorry, but if I'm a referee and I see someone doing that, I'm waving that shit off immediately.
Yeah, the ref ain't shit and the corner ain't shit for that.
Hell yeah, I'm like, it's like, what is this? Listen, what is that dude doing? Like, dude was just literally on some, I
feel like he was digitizing and, he was about to just disappear off the hard drive or some shit. Like, you don't let a fight like that go on when you see a guy doing that. Like, that was fucked up.
Yeah, like, dude did some sort of 1980s electro funk, dance move, you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't go down. I mean,
several times, like more than once. It's
exactly.
Like, how often you gotta see this nigga glitch in front of your eyes and shit? Like, bruh. Like,
and now you can probably see why the WBO was like, nah, like we can't have this dude fight for the full title. Like, he's gonna fight for one of the bullshit Intercontinental GameStop belts, and then we get a real contender, to compete for our world title. But like, damn. That shit was nuts because I had never seen anyone we've seen glitches, but we never seen anyone literally glitch in the Matrix, red pill, blue pill type shit, nigga. Oh man, that shit was messed up, Shame on the referee in that dude's corner, man. It went when we went 2 rounds and he still stopped that shit a little bit too late.
Fuck these niggas for that.
Yeah, it were though, but at least it was an entertaining little co-main, at least because beating was enough where no one was falling asleep or anything like that. So it took it either got us into the main event, Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev, and I'm sorry too, but these dudes need to stop playing Sweet Caroline. I'm tired of hearing that goddamn song. Like, stop playing it. Like I've been to
And it's
enough.
like it's especially it's a waste when that crowd was so small. Like you're not even gonna get the real energy behind it. So it's like chill. Like
Yeah, between that and then the entrance music for both these guys, especially Pulev's music, I don't know what the fuck he was coming into. It's like you come into a heavyweight fight, come into something that that reminds you of war. Niggas was coming in all type of soft ass shit too. I was like, this nigga isn't really ready to fight, man. What the fuck's going on? Anthony Joshua, at least he came into some, some hip hop or but British hip hop. Sometimes it sounds kind of funny at times. Come in the fucking ring with. But once they got all that out of the way, but at least they didn't do any of the national anthems and shit like that. They start off the fight, and the first couple of rounds was like a prolonged, like feeling out round. Like they were just throwing jabs. It was just like, yeah, And I know, and then meanwhile, everyone's playing armchair psychologist. Is like, oh my god, Joshua didn't, he didn't recover, from the Ruiz fight. He's too tentative and stuff like that. But the third round though, he knocked dude down twice. And Pulev turned away. Now, in every fight that we've seen fighters turn away from, practically, the referee calls it off. He did that shit twice. Like, in the practice before, I said it was gonna be a second round KO. I thought I was like, okay, all right, I'm gonna be one round off.
He didn't want the fight to end like that. The ref did the right thing.
Yeah, no, but dude was taking the ass whooping and turned away twice. Like you should have stopped it. Like
No, bruh, that trash ass card, and you stop a heavyweight championship fight like that. No, ref did the right thing. Turn that motherfucker around, and you get his ass whooping like a man. And you notice once the fight went on, Pulev started landing a couple, 1-2s here and there, and
right.
He was frustrating Joshua, and they was talking and jaw jacking and all that shit. But we got a decent fight out of it, and then we got like a spectacular finish. So
we did, yeah.
The ref ain't do nothing wrong.
Well, he should at least dock that motherfucker some points. Like, fuck this.
Nah, he's gonna get the ass whooping of his life. Like, what do he need points docked for? Like, bruh, like
it's principles, nigga. Like you'll turn away.
Like, my goodness.
Like if I actually had money on a stoppage for the third round, I'd be pissed, like legitimately pissed. Because I was like, ref, stop the fight. But
you was overrating Joshua, and it's like Pulev is tough, man. Like,
yeah, I know
he's gonna stay around for a little bit.
He's 39 years old. I was thinking, maybe he absorbed some shits and he'd be out of there. Like if it ended in 3 rounds, I would have been more than satisfied for a 3-round fight.
Yeah.
But at least though, but yes,
we
went
get
on
3 good rounds though. We got like 2 like yawns, and then 1 round where shit started heating up, and then the fight ends. Hell nah. Only you would have been satisfied with that bullshit ass 3 rounds.
I would have, nigga, because I didn't
standing hard. God, dog.
You know what I'm saying? But the fight went on, and Pulev got himself back in the fight a little bit, by roughing. He got a little rough. Letting his jabs hit
rabbit punches.
Yeah, rabbit punches. All referee didn't want to clean that shit up either. And then finally, uppercut season came. That's what I love about this year. Uppercut. The uppercut is just like it's there. Everyone boxers are discovering like, wait a minute, this uppercut here. Like if I hit it on somebody's chin, like it'll go. They can send their teeth into their brain, and they might go down. So one uppercut like, and Pulev had been eating uppercuts. It wasn't just that in that round. Like he had been eating uppercuts like repeatedly. Like Joshua was, when he got in close, he was letting him fight. It was like 4 or 5 punch, kind of like he was Mike Tyson or some shit. But he ate too much. He got drunk off them uppercuts. And then when he when he finally went down after like eating like 3 uppercuts, I was just like, okay, this shit is over. Like I want the shit to be over. But that motherfucker is tough though. He got up only to get knocked out, for good with a straight right hand. Like it was a picture perfect right hand, full extension Tommy Hearns type of right hand. Like especially when you don't have the slow motion, you see this motherfucker's face. Like you can see his eyes, pinball machines, boom, 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 and he
send his ass to another dimension. Like you don't get too many good like clean right hand KOs like that where you send the guy on some cut scene. Like that shit was dope. So
yeah, it was. And even then, like Pulev got to his knees. I was like, no, this motherfucker is not gonna get up. But I think he thought better of it because he knew his brain was in the fifth dimension. Like this nigga knew if he got up, he was gonna get iced for sure. So he took the count on his knees, and bam, the fight is over, and it was like, and of course me, I'm like, thank God, in more ways than one, because I was like, I couldn't take 2020 fuckery where Pulev knocks Joshua out and becomes heavyweight champion. I couldn't take that. So yes, it was a decent fight with a good ending. Floyd was all in there. Floyd was in the video with his with his entourage and shit like that. And then Joshua, in his way, called out Tyson Fury, although he didn't do it directly. He did that thing. It's like whatever the fans want me to see, who they want me to fight, that's who I'll fight. And they say Tyson Fury, and that's who it's gonna be. That type of shit. Instead of actually saying, I want Tyson Fury.
I still give it a little call out points. Like it's better than how Spence and Crawford been acting with each other.
Or the ultimate, the ultimate, the old Manny. Depends on my promoter. Right.
That's after my promoter. Oh, you need to talk to my manager. I'll fight anybody my manager put in front of me. Like, okay, but what do you feel like? I'm like, damn. So yeah, that at least because I feel like that was more of a theatrical call out that Joshua did. Like, it's still a call out. Like, and the fans made sure, like, it's Tyson Fury, motherfucker. Like.
Yeah, between him and Eddie, it was like, yes, Eddie, we're going to talk to Bob Arum. And, Bob was talking big shit before the fight because he was like, yeah, Pulev, Joshua's not going to win this fight anyways and shit like that. And all of a sudden, this, whoever controls his account is like, well, I think we can, start having negotiations Monday morning. I'm sure we can come to some sort of deal. Yeah. He switched it up really fast, but...
They know it's the fight, man. See, Crawford, Spence, they don't know how to damn sell the fight. Like, they really don't want to make the fight. Like, and it's hurting Crawford more than Spence because, Spence is more than likely going to fight a damn Pacquiao or somebody on PBC, which is a better name, So, and neither one of these guys really went on about calling each other out. But shit, Joshua did his thing, and then Fury responded on Twitter, and
he did,
and they got shit buzzing. Like, that's what you do for big fights. But
yeah, he did. Now, of course, it remains to be seen because now obviously there's an obstacle on the way. There's the WBO obstacle where now Usyk has made it clear that I want my shot, and I'm not taking any step aside money. So that's. We can blame the WBO rules, and then the fact that the WBO actually ordered that shit after Joshua won.
Should have never let WBO be recognized as a real legit belt. They pull this bullshit.
So it's it remains to be seen how that's going to go. I mean, the fight may go off, but it just won't be undisputed like how it should be. Like I don't know, but
it'll be undisputed enough.
Yeah, and then I guess Usyk will most likely, since he's an Eddie Hearn fighter, will most likely get the shot whoever wins between Fury.
Of course, it'd be undisputed. It ain't a belt thing. It's like they the last two standing. Fury beat Wilder, so if Joshua beat Fury, then he's the dude. He beat the man that beat the man, whatever the fuck.
Right. But
and if Fury beats Joshua, then he's like, okay, I beat the other champ. Boom, I'm done. Like,
yeah, but unfortunately, he won't be undisputed. It's just like the whole thing with the whole lightweight division. In this case,
he'll be undisputed, nigga. There's no who's gonna dispute what, bro. Undisputed
close
don't mean the belts. It's close enough. Like, you're looking at it as the belts. We're looking at it as like there's nobody to dispute it. Like, you seriously think there's another heavyweight that could dispute the championship?
I mean, undisputed is meaning niggas have all the belts. Like that's why there's only been 2 in the last
Not
10 years.
necessarily. What does the word undisputed mean?
Undisputed means there's no other champion but one.
Yes.
Yeah, and what do you
there won't be any of the real champions.
If Usyk somehow gets this belt, he faces Joe Joyce or Joseph Parker, and then this, and he somehow he does win the belt.
Then he'll have a belt, whatever, but he'll be looked at as like the top contender to fight Joshua or Fury. No one's gonna look at him as like no real heavyweight champion.
I mean, there's a whole lot of not real heavyweight champions, but niggas never unified, bro. So it's just like, I mean, never undisputed. That's what's always been.
No one's gonna give a fuck. Just like no one seriously give a fuck about the guy who couldn't stop Gamboa and disputing Teofimo. Like,
well, I mean, that situation is different because
that was different.
Same shit as about one motherfucker not having all the belts, but he really got the best win. Same shit to me. Like,
I mean,
niggas just being some boxing nerds.
No, it's being the truth, nigga. Like he'll be lineal, of course, but you can't call him undisputed. Like I said, there's only been 2 of them.
Okay, I get it. We're speaking in literal terms, and LB is speaking in practical terms. I get it.
Right, pretty much. Then
someone's gonna pop up and be like, you know what, Jarrell Miller, he disputes it.
Fuck him. We don't mention.
He never got his shot. Like,
yeah, I mean that in itself could be a topic on its own, but we won't get into the semantics. But that's gonna be, that's
semantic battle got early this time.
Yeah, but like I said, I mean, the heavyweight. I mean, the fight that everyone wants to see will probably happen, but it probably won't be in the way that we all want it to be. So I mean, it's
because it never is. Because it never does happen the way we want it. So
yeah, usually when it does, it's a rarity. But good for Joshua at least to keep his end of the bargain. So we'll see what happens between this and the heavyweights, or if Wilder successfully sues the WBC and Fury has to fight him. That's the other little issue going on with that. Heavyweight. Yeah, like I said, the heavyweight title picture gets a little crazy sometimes. But we'll see. We'll see how this plays out. Joshua still unified heavyweight champion of the world. And so at least that was a good appetizer for us to start off the day. And then afterwards, we had a PBC card on Showtime, a triple header. This one didn't have as much attention as the other 2, and I mean, it was the actual card that everyone, it didn't really change all that much, and it was headlined by Chris. You either call him Primetime or Lil B-Hop. I call him Lil B-Hop because of that stupid documentary that he was in years ago.
I just call him Chris Colbert because I ain't calling him no Primetime. There's only one Primetime, and that man's Deion Sanders. So, we're not. No disrespect to Colbert, but there's only one Primetime.
Fact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even a football digger, and that's Deion's name, bro.
And I'm not calling him Lil B up because for some reason, like I said, that shit. I mean, I thought that shit was stupid.
I don't know who niggas be talking about when they say Little B Hop. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, just say his real name. I got to be looking niggas up. Like, who the fuck wants to be called Little B Hop? Like, what the fuck?
Like, he was calling himself Lil B Hop, and I never saw it like in his style.
You want to be boring?
Funny thing is, even though I'm a fan, I used to call Ward Little B-Hop. So it's funny. So I can't even call him.
He's... Well, shit, he started off like Little Roy, really.
Yeah, it was fast.
Then he said, you know what, fuck it, I don't want LB to enjoy my fights anymore. Let me make everything super ugly and difficult. Let me clinch and headbutt and jump headbutts and this, that, elbow and this, that. Okay.
And
fuck it, I don't want to see this nigga box no more.
And then all while praising the Lord Jesus as Savior, too. You gotta love the dualities.
Yeah, imagine.
Yeah, no, but
fighting that damn dirty. And you went on church Sunday morning.
Oh man! Oh yeah,
he's repenting for his dirty sins. Lord, forgive me for my dirty headbutts and low blows.
But before that, though, we had an opener, though, with Matt Korobov, coming back from his unfortunate shoulder injury, loss against Chris Eubank Jr., facing someone who blew weight by 5 fucking pounds. Like,
that's completely unacceptable. I'm sorry, but that's complete bullshit. Like 5 pounds.
Yeah. And this is his original opponent. Like, this wasn't a last minute opponent. Like, dude had time to train. Like, clearly during Thanksgiving, this motherfucker is like, you know what? I'm about to eat this turkey. I'm about to eat this stuffing. I'm about to eat the pork.
Usually, if it's like 1 pound, maybe 2, I'm like, okay, but 5 pounds, like, nigga, you didn't.
That's
even
a whole
try.
nother division. Like,
you didn't even try.
Yeah, honestly, the fight should have been canceled. Like, really. But Korobov, it's like Korobov was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take this 20% of this dude's purse or whatever, and then it's gonna be I think it was either like a super middleweight or a light heavyweight, something. It was one of those divisions.
No, he was a super middleweight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and it was ridiculous too. Like Ronald Ellis.
Yep.
Yeah. And the funny thing is too is Korobov was outboxing that dude. Like, like Korobov was looking like Korobov at the times, when he wasn't injured, when he's competent, physically competent, and he was outboxing dude like clearly. Like, I mean, I didn't give Ellis a round, and then even in the last round of that damn fight, like Korobov won that round. Like he looked good, and all of a sudden he's in his corners talking about he can't walk no more, and I'm just like, damn. Like, Korobov's body can't even handle shit anymore. It's like...
Has there been anybody with worse luck than Korobov? Like, when it comes to getting fucked over?
Yeah, like, it seems like ever since he went to PBC, like, ever since he got the big PBC fights, it's always fuckery. The Jamal Charlo fight. I mean, I personally, I thought Korobov beat Jamal Charlo. And I know people say it's close, but I thought it was pretty wide that he actually beat Charlo.
Nigga, you in these wide fucking scores. The fight was not wide. God damn.
Shit. Even before the PBC, like, he's had bad luck since the fucking Andy Lee fight.
Yeah.
Well, the Andy Lee fight was just like, he was winning, but he just got caught. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You win. He was on his way to. He was beating Lee's ass and was on his way to winning a title, and then bam, right. Out of nowhere.
The right hook,
Lucky punch Lee.
Yeah.
And then you have the Aleem fight where originally they announced this dude as winning because everyone saw him winning that fight against Aleem. And I'm an Aleem fan, but I thought Aleem lost that damn fight. Like, I thought that shit was clear. And then like 5 minutes later, they're like, whoa, wait a minute. There was a wrong calculation on the scores. The fight is really a majority draw. And I was like, man, they just fucked Korobov right on national TV, just like that. And he needed that win. And then, of course, the Eubanks fight where he's beating Eubanks' ass and it looked like it was about to be his schooling. And then he rips his shoulder out the frame. That's done. So he comes back, and then all of a sudden he has an ankle Achilles injury, and he has to retire on the stool. So it's like it was hard not to feel for that dude. Like, I mean, Korobov, honestly, if his body can't take it anymore, like, it's probably time for him to go. Like, he has to retire. Like, it's shown...
because the injuries are coming up all over the place. Like, how you go from your shoulder to your ankle? It's like,
yeah,
that's a whole like body between that shit. Like, damn.
Yeah, I really felt for that dude. I was like,
usually it'd be like your shoulder, then your wrist, or something like.
Yeah.
That shit went like from your neck to your toe or something like that.
I'm saying, like, it was sad to watch. It was really sad, especially when two of the judges had him winning, the other one had it a draw. So it's just like,
how many rounds did it go? Because I didn't get to see that fight.
It went 5, I think.
5, yeah.
And he arguably won every one of those rounds too. So
yeah, I don't know what that fucking draw was, but
yeah, no.
I mean, Korobov usually looks good the first 4 or 5 rounds. I mean,
yeah. But you just hate someone.
Too bad fights are longer than that.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah.
I mean, he looked good 4 or 5 rounds with Lee, Charlo, all these dudes.
Yeah.
Aleem.
Actually, look at me. Yeah, because he faded kind of late with the lean, but he had won like 7-8 rounds easy, somewhere around.
Nah, he ain't win no fucking 7, 8. God damn it, Pat, you with these exaggerating rounds.
No,
like,
I'm not exaggerating, nigga.
Nigga, you be
kind of
always
are.
adding,
Yeah,
like,
you kind of are exaggerating.
dude, you be adding like 2-3 extra fucking rounds to everything. Like,
No, nigga, I'm not. And, I honestly believe that shit, nigga.
like, bruh, like, dude, like a 115, 113 fight or turn into a 117, 111.
111.
Nigga, I'll call 115,
110
113 fight. Nigga, I'll call 115, 113 fight. I called that Fury Ballin fight 115, 113 fight. Nigga, trust. I'll call it if I
because you do that because you thought the fight should have been stopped way back then anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're not doing nobody no favors, bro. Like you in these damn fucking wide ass scores. He's like, yeah, that was wide. Like nigga, was Floyd Castillo wide too?
Hey, I had it 114, 112 for Castillo. I definitely say you actually rewatched that shit and scored it.
No, I thought you no. You sure you didn't have it 116, 111 Castillo?
Nigga, I rewatched it because of you. Between that and the Bird fights, I told you, and I made sure I told you those rounds too. I thought, you know, so, I can pull that shit up too. So it's like, yeah, I
we having the widest rounds.
You know,
Pat does have some funky ass scorecards. That's why I love it when he fucking complains about judges' scorecards. I'm like, yours are kind of funky.
Like,
not like egregiously bad, but like funky enough where I'm like, hold up. Like, really?
it's funny because I know niggas probably hear me and King P go you know, argue about rounds more, but there's more like a consistency with King P, the way he looks at fights, where Pat, like, that shit's just wide, like no matter what. Like that nigga saw Gotti Ward as wide.
actually, I did.
Like, I don't know. It's just every fight he sees, like this wide. Like, bruh, like that shit. I don't know. It be low key irking my nerves.
If I see it as wide, it's wide.
Nigga, could you see things through wide fucking angle glasses, nigga? I don't know. The fuck. You got a wide braid, nigga. You like Thanos size. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
if it's wide and the nigga that and it's robbery that most people think, shit, nigga, I'm right.
Anyway,
like people always say Chavez Whitaker wide, but that shit ain't even feel wide like me. I mean, wide like that to me. Like me,
it wasn't close. Not even close. Like
I can see 116, 112.
I can't.
Still a robbery.
No, it was a little bit more than 8-4. You know,
I actually had that 117, 111.
So you can't tell me Chavez just won 2 rounds, nigga. Come on, like it was
3 rounds.
That's 3 rounds, bruh.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about Pat. I heard what P said. I can see 3 to 4 rounds, but niggas is talking about 2 rounds. Get the fuck out of here.
Nigga, it was a robbery, you know, and it wasn't close. 116, 112, it was not. That was a schooling. That was, you know.
I ain't seen no schooling like that.
And this nigga got jobbed by 115 draws. How the fuck does 2 judges hand in 2 115 draws scores, nigga? That's fucking.
It was still a robbery, nigga. I ain't seen it, but it's just like niggas made it seem like that was like. I mean, to me, that I've seen worse robberies than Chavez Whitaker. That's me, like. But fuck it, you know what wasn't wide? The Colbert fight.
No, the Colbert fight was, that fight was actually, because I'm not a big Colbert fan, because I always think like that nigga moves around just a little bit too much, you know. I mean, he kind of fights like a Black Paul Najee to me, you know. So
Nah. Whoa.
I mean,
whoa. I'm gonna have to stop. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you right there. Bro.
Yeah, no, the rare times that he actually plants his feet, like when he knocked out what's his name in the fucking first round.
Yeah, first off, Colbert throws way better combos than Paulie. So
yes.
First, and he has way more power on his shots than Paulie. So
yes.
That's not saying much. So where are you getting?
That's why do you think I called him Black Paul Najee?
I mean, you can just say you don't hit that hard.
But like,
when you say Black Paulie Malignaggi, I'm thinking a guy fights like it. He don't fight like Paulie Malignaggi.
Yeah, nah, he don't fight like him at all.
Like Paulie's his own person. Like people might have a similar style, but they usually do it better than Paulie. Like,
the only difference is that this nigga doesn't fight one-handed. His jab isn't his only weapon. You know,
yeah, and he doesn't get his head rocked back like a fucking Pez dispenser.
So he gets hit though. He does get hit.
Yeah, but he don't be getting like. See, this is the thing. Paulie Malignaggi and guys who don't move their head well, they always get hit with like flashy, showy punches, like things, or what's another fight where a motherfucker was getting hit with like clean? He's like, oh my god, like Paulie Malignaggi gets hit with clean punches too much for a guy with his footwork and boxing ability. Colbert kind of just covers up, like he don't be getting rocked clean, but he does get hit. Yeah, you're right about that. But as far as rock clean, and you're like, oh shit, like damn.
Yeah, because I mean, in that part, there were at least like a couple of rounds where dude wasn't really. He took his feet off the gas pedal slightly, with showboating and everything like that. Because I guess he was, they're just trying to make it look good. And Arboleda was catching them. Like, he actually would cover up or whatever. But there were the shots that I was thinking, like, oh wow, like this dude shouldn't be taking these.
Nah, he was feeling them shots, like the way he was throwing, like them shits was getting in there.
Yeah, like in the fight, like in the first round of the fight, like dude was letting them hand slide, but in the fight like that, usually I don't think his power was all that, but these shots were hurting Arboleda, they were solid shots. I was like, wow, like this dude's.
Because you know what it is, dude puts his whole body behind the punches.
Yeah,
like honestly, I think if Colbert did some type of strength and conditioning, like really more strength training, he'd be a bad man.
Yeah, because I was like, wait a minute, like this dude's man strength must have just kicked in, because Arbeleda's head was getting rocked, like it was getting knocked over the place. I'm like, this and that nigga's the puncher. So I was like, okay, like this guy,
Remind me of the Prescott Crawford fight. Like it was like his coming out party.
Yeah, it definitely was, man.
And he got the stoppage, and it was a brutal.
I'm sorry, Pat, but I'm still flabbergasted at Black Paulie comparison.
Pat is on one tonight. I think, people compare, like, I hate his comparison to Floyd, Colbert comparing himself to Floyd because he's not Floyd, but he's not no damn Paulie. I feel like Colbert reminds me of a less explosive version of Hamed.
No, because Hamed was very unorthodox. Dude.
Like a less explosive, more orthodox version of Hamed.
I mean, just because you throw some uppercuts don't mean you Hamed and you got your hands down.
He's very they're both very flashy.
He's probably like, I'd say call him like Hector Camacho.
That's actually a pretty good comparison. Actually.
Yeah, that's better. It's like
that's actually the best one that's the best comparison we've made.
Yeah, that's better than what I was gonna say. He was great value Zahir Rahim. So I mean, Camacho's definitely better.
No, he better than Zahir. Yeah, come on.
I mean, I don't know until he get an Eric Morales win. I don't want to say he's better than the man, but
I think he's more talented. Sorry, let me say.
Yeah.
But this fight was definitely his coming out party. Like, I mean, dude, in that ninth round though might actually be like a round of the year type thing, because you had old fish eyes over there, fucking Willis. The nigga was just looking at that shit like when them niggas started throwing them hands, like dude was just like,
oh shit, oh
yeah,
oh my goodness, yo grandma, Uncle Ray and Pookie fighting again.
Yo, I was like, damn, like these niggas are really doing it. And then the 11th round though, B-Hop though, like he stopped like the fooling around and just like it was rocking Arboleda like 6-punch combination shit like that. Like,
yeah, I love his combos. Like he really puts the punches together. Like way better showing than the one earlier this year. I think January, where he just bored me to death.
Yeah, like and I think he was just probably being showing. But this time, I think he heard the criticisms from that fight. He was like, you know what? They say I can't punch or anything like that. Let me stop this puncher. And he dropped dude 3 times in the 11th round for the stop.
Yeah, I don't understand why people say he couldn't punch. Like, he could definitely punch. He might not be the best puncher, but he can still punch.
Nah, usually it's people's temperament. A lot of guys out there could punch, but they don't have no puncher temperament. So you don't really get the best out of their punching ability. Like, I feel like Colbert, I think he could even punch harder if he gets stronger, because he looked like he's a frail little MAGA dude. Like,
yeah, he is frail.
he put on some weights, and he'll start clocking dudes. Like, I was actually thinking like, damn, him and Tank could make for a good little fight. Like, I think they could really.
Which is what everybody said. Which everybody's saying. They want to see that.
Maybe, but I think he need to maybe cook with one more name. He need one more performance like this. Then I think he'll be ready.
Yeah, no, I know people were saying between either him or him versus Shakur Stevenson. Like there was I mean, obviously they're all at 130, 135 ish. So, now obviously Floyd will never sign off on a fight like that, or Jay Prince may never sign off on a fight like that for that matter. So.
I don't know. I want to see more young and young talented guys fight in their primes now.
I do too. Yeah.
I'm tired of everything waiting and taking to niggas just like 28 years old and shit, and 30 years old, 32, and
yeah.
Like,
like all these cats are young. Like these are 22, 23, 24 year olds. Like, so yeah. No, I dig that. I want to see it too. Like,
man, once y'all niggas got 15 wins, like, let's go. Like.
Yeah, and he has one of the interim GameStop belts, obviously at 130.
Yeah, the intercontinental breakfast pancake belts and shit. Like,
yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree. I mean, Arboleda was actually, obviously he wasn't like a job. I mean, his dude was also a prospect too, and he showed out too. So I mean,
yeah, Arboleda could fight. Like, both could fight. I think we got a good contested bout.
But isn't Colbert? Wait, Colbert? Isn't he ranked like number 1 in the with the WBA? He's like, isn't he? I think he's ranked number 1 with one of the divisions. I think it's WBA. So like, he's kind of almost there for a title fight. Hold on.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as
I'm looking at it right now. He's number 1 on the WBA rankings. So I mean. He's one fight away, really, from a title.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you have, WBA's nonsense. I mean, obviously, like Santa Cruz is the quote unquote super champion. So,
God,
dude, it don't matter. Look, what these guys gonna have to start doing is just start relentlessly calling guys out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, Farmer was doing the right thing with Tank with all the talking and he made you care about the fight. But Colbert, he could do a better job of that and sell it, because he's coming off a bigger win.
Yeah.
More entertaining, like he got more highlights in this fight than Farmer's like 6 title defenses or whatever. Like,
that's cold.
Like, make this fight. Cause I mean Farmer cool, he but he should have made that fight with Tank. Like, he probably could have beat Tank at that time. Cause remember, this is a Tank that had went against Gamboa. Like,
yeah. He wasn't beating Tank. He was not beating Tank. I couldn't see any point.
I would have never picked him to beat Tank. I'm saying, like, as far as timing, that was the best time for him to fight Tank.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean,
if Gamboa's going 12 rounds with Tank, Farmer could have did something. He could have won a couple rounds, had a decent show, and whatever the fuck. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
but if he was to fight Tank now, all bets are off.
Yeah.
He got nothing for Tank.
Yeah, like, with Farmer obviously he milked his, like, when dude got that title and he got the Matchroom deal, dude milked it for all it was worth. And
he was mini Andre.
Yeah, except a more active one, because at least he actually got his shit out of the way quickly. But like I said, it was just the Jojo Diaz one. Like, he gambled on that one, and he didn't have a deal in the place, and that's why now he's where he is right now.
Damn, I should have gambled on that one.
Yeah, he fucked up on that one big time. But
JoJo just said good, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But Chris Colbert, though, like he's in the mix right now. 130 can see a new age. I mean, especially on the PBC side, But obviously we want to, see the other, 130 fighters get in the mix too. But yeah, Colbert, that was a really an outstanding win. Like, yeah, and definitely, like, hopefully, they said, they keep his momentum. Like, they don't give him a jobber in his next fight or some shit like that.
Let's get this filler ass division popping.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm tired of 130. Like, I guess it goes in circles. 130 used to be a violent division. Like, it used to be a division for real niggas. Now it's just like it's very unorganized.
Because we don't get the fights we want to see. Like I want to see some good main events with two young Black Americans and just get that that whole Zab Floyd demographic again and make something big. Like,
yeah, and there's more.
Always matching everybody up with damn foreigners and motherfuckers that can't speak English, and it's like nigga, like they match up their people with each other all the time. Like I be like, sometimes I feel like we don't want to do that shit. We be waiting till motherfuckers is damn 30 and old before we're like, all right, I think Spencer Crawford should fight now. Like, damn, like nigga.
Yeah, I mean that's politics for you, bro.
Yeah, we see it too much, bro.
We do, and at 130 we see it especially too damn much.
For real.
Oh man, though. But let's say it was a decent card, and I mean there was a Mayweather prospect on there, and he was decent though, but offensively, I mean outside of a jab, he wasn't really that great. I mean he won pretty much almost damn every round against Mendez though, but it wasn't really an exciting fight to watch at all. So I mean I think I'm probably the one who actually saw that fight because it was the second fight. It was the middle fight. So
I just focused on the ESPN card, which was the overall better card.